My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my DraftKings plays for UFC Vegas 72. I don't have the good camera. I'm traveling. I'm wearing a button-up shirt. I've got no hat. I'm in a hotel room. I'm doing this from my MacBook with some AirPods, but you're still going to get the good picks and the good information. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to do this entire breakdown from the premium website. Instead of doing this from the DraftKings website, we're going to do it from my website. This is going to be on WeWantPicks.com to unlock everything that you'll see that I'm walking through. It's only $10 a month. You come here, you click this Become a Member button at the top, and you're going to unlock all of it. One of the many things you'll unlock is ownership projections. What you see here is we have the best ownership projections in the game, period, end of story. 2 events ago, our margin of error was 3.37. Last event, our margin of error was 2.42. And the reason that's so incredibly important is if you're building lineups to chase that giant $100,000 payout, the ownership projections are incredibly important to you to separate yourself from the pack. But if we come back to the premium website, again, it's only $10 a month, you're going to have access to everything, including our lineup optimizer. You're going to come in here, and on Friday afternoons, this will be preloaded with scoring projections, ownership projections, and other information that are going to literally build lineups for you. You come in here, you click 1 or 2 buttons, you make a few small decisions, and it'll build you one lineup. It'll build you 150 different lineups to, again, chase those payouts. But what's incredible about the optimizer, not only is it going to build it for you, it's the preloaded data that separates this optimizer from other people's optimizers. Again, we have the best ownership projections in the game. Those are the ownership projections loaded into the optimizer. And that's why people using this do much better than people using other optimizers. But what we're going to do, I'm logged in. This is why you can see what I see. If you're not logged in, you don't get to see this information. I'm logged in. We're going to head over to DraftKings Plays. When you come into DraftKings Plays, you're going to see the rankings, our cash core players, fighters, our GPP core players, fighters, our live dogs, our leverage plays. That's proprietary information. The leverage is a special calculation that factors in ownership projections, scoring projections, salary, win percentage, and a bunch of other information to say this is a great person to throw into your lineup at that price point. You're also going to get this cheat sheet. Again, on Fridays, this will be fully populated. You got the fighter, the salary, the score projections, the ownership projections, and that leverage score. This is a sheet that you can have, you can sort, you can work with it to build lineups, to use this information. And you're also going to get player pool rankings. Everything on here is premium. Everything is also included in that $10. But I'm going to give you our cash core and our GPP core plays. If I click on this tab, first thing you're going to see, this is just an alert, right? This is saying the Brian Kelleher fight is gone. He's been replaced with Marcus McKee. DraftKings doesn't adjust player pricing. So you have Journey Newsom, who was a massive underdog, is now a good size favorite, and you're going to get him at almost free money. Journey Newsom needs to be in your lineup at that incredible $7,300 price point. Okay, he just needs to be. He's probably going to win that fight, and he's incredible value because they don't adjust the score, the pricing when you get a new opponent. But let's talk about some of these other people. We like Ricky Simone in a cash core. When he wins, he has 1 million takedowns. He's been dropping. His last 2 opponents, he dropped. One he knocked out, the other he submitted. Song Yudong's going to be a little tougher. He's going to be a little harder to get out of there, but you shoot the takedowns, you score those points. We also like Jamie Lynn Horth at $8,300. While there's not a ton of footage on her, we're almost positive that she's going to be the better fighter in this matchup. I see a lot of cage control. I see some takedowns, and I just see absolute aggression and pressure from Jamie Lynn Horth, potentially a stoppage. Rare to come by in some of these women MMA fights, but Jamie Lynn Horth is an animal. Her leg was basically ripped off of her body. Not only did she finish that fight, she won that fight. We also have Song Yadong listed here because the reality is that's probably going to be a high-scoring fight that goes 5 rounds. Song's going to defend some takedowns, land some really meaningful strikes, potentially get his own stoppage. Ricky Simone's going to get the takedowns, get the control time, score really well there as well. And when you get both fighters, if you did want to double up, when you get both fighters in there, you're essentially getting them at an $8,100 price point. And both of these guys are worth $8,100 individually, let alone together. It's 5 rounds. It likely goes at least 4, probably 5 as well. And then Cody Durden as well. This play, as it's written here, there's full detailed write-ups here. It's a bit of a shot in the dark, and honestly, it's intended to be safe-ish because if Cody Durden wins, he should score well. He should get the takedowns. Pressure. He is a high-pressure guy, and Charles Johnson is not a dangerous guy. Charles Johnson, he's barely squeaking out these wins. Other than Jimmy Flick, these are like close split decisions that could have gone either way, right? He's barely squeaking out those wins. But Cody Durden is putting people down, getting the takedowns, lighting you up, getting work in, and he is a very affordable $7,500. That's who we like when you're building a cash sort of single entry lineup. Now let's take a look at GPP. GPP stands for Guaranteed Player Pool. This is for the large tournaments. These are the $100,000 tournaments, the $50,000 tournaments. All you saw, there's tournament, T-O-U-R, tournament. All of my in-laws, tournament. It's a tournament. Anyway, this is for that, right? These are different kind of lineups, and you typically will build more than one when doing this, but you need finishes. Cash, single entry, those can be safer. GPP, you're looking for the best optimal lineup, and that'll always include a couple of wild cards. So what we like is Rodolfo Vieira here. The reality is the guy is an absolute grappling beast. He is fighting a grappler. He showed that he can strike in that fight with Chris Curtis as well. So, all of a sudden he's got some technical striking. Is it the best? Absolutely not. Is it better than Cody Brundage? Technically speaking, he probably does have better striking. Raw power? No. But he does have blast doubles, a world-level BJJ black belt, and can potentially do something there as well. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, the big heavyweight. I see a ton of control time in this fight. He's fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta, super athletic, super fast. Not really a finisher, though. Waldo Cortez Acosta is not putting people away, right? He's winning these decisions. He's super tough. But Marcos is a true heavyweight that probably holds Acosta against the cage, drags him to the ground, and potentially gets a finish. Again, GPP, what I'm breaking down right now, these are not as safe as cash, right? You're looking for differences. You're trying to separate yourself from the pack, and you're trying to find these people that score really, really well, not just get wins. Again, Ricky Simone, between the takedowns, his hands, the numbers he's been putting up lately, Ricky Simone could potentially be fighting for a title in 1 or 2 fights if he gets this done. His points in his last couple of fights are absolutely insane. Not only is he getting the takedowns, he's dropping people with his hands, and he's putting up very, very real numbers. And then we got Josh Quinlan or Trey Waters. This is an interesting fight because Trey Waters is stepping up on short notice. The write-up is based on before the pricing came out, but we do have some pricing now. Josh Quinlan's going to stay at $8,500, and that's a good price point for him. I see him getting inside of Trey Quinlan's sort of long reach. Trey Waters' long reach. The guy is 6'5" at welterweight. He's got an incredibly long reach, but Josh Quinlan, I think, comes inside, works in, gets that dirty boxing, that big power, and then puts Trey Waters down and out. $8,500 is a solid price point for him. Josh Quinlan's original opponent was a little bit tougher, a little bit of a different fight. That dropped, and now he's got Trey Waters. Short notice, dangerous, right? He's not an absolute bum, but I don't think he's going to be able to hang with the striking. So I like Josh Quinlan for those GPP lineups, a little riskier, but high risk, high reward. And ultimately, you're using the optimizer to build these GPP lineups. Anyway, guys, the amount of stuff you're going to get, you'll also get the live dog breakdown, the leverage breakdown. You'll get our fades based on scoring. The cheat sheet will be fully populated. The player pool rankings are here as well. If I click on cash games, you're going to see the full salary ranking by price point. So when you're building those lineups and you're looking for your spots, all of that is here for premium members. You're just going to scroll to the top, click become a member. It's $10 a month. You're going to get every single event for that month. Unlock all of it. WeOnPicks.com, $10 a month. Sign up now. And again, we by far have the best ownership projections in the game. It is not even close. Roto Grinders, all of these, that's the only company I always remember when I do these pitches, but all of these massive companies charging very real prices can't even compete. And that's the reality of this. We have the best value, the best product in this category. WeOnPicks.com, at the top, click, become a member.